How's it? And welcome back to the workshop in the basement. Man, I say too much. So this past weekend, Eliana and I did the 3Burgen stage race. It was just a made-up stage race that I put together. 3 stages over 3 days. First stage was quite a lot of climbing, quite a long day, 15 kilometers with a little over 300 meters of climbing. The second day was a very short day. A heck of a lot of climbing, but most of it was actually walking up to another bark or a tower in Bordenwerder, and then we rode some pretty cool single track down. You'll see that later in the video. Took some time to shoot some nice footage in the single track, and then day 3 was a long day, 40 kilometer round trip all the way out to Pola, to the castle out there. We went up to the castle, had a look around. It was kind of an adventure tour race, and it was fun. So that's what this video is mainly about. But first we had to get everything sorted out, got our kit organized, got our bikes washed. A clean bike obviously goes faster, and obviously we set gears and made sure the brakes were working and tires were pumped and all that sort of stuff, because all of that makes a tour or a stage race go even better, because you don't have to worry about things breaking along the way. And then we got going. Go. So I started day 1, and we're obviously starting from home. This is pretty much Eliana and my standard route out to go riding. The fun mountains on the other side of the river, so we crossed the Weser here, and then we headed out. They say you discover quite a lot about your riding partner when you do a stage race together, and I definitely learned some new things about Eliana as we went. She's not so much of a morning person, so getting started was tough. You could see her there like Micheling with flies and stuff. We did get a bit attacked by what we call midges as we went up the first part of this climb. But then as things got further on, we walked a little bit and talked, and then we got on the bikes and rode a little bit more, and we got to the top, and I think that was really the goal for the day. It's about 10 kilometers of climbing almost constantly, with about 300 meters of elevation gain, but the reward is this descent, starting there, smiles on the faces, and generally having fun on the descent. Ellie hasn't been on a bike as much this year as she was last year, so she was a little bit nervous, I think, on some of the descents. Kept it pretty tidy, didn't crash obviously, so we generally had a pretty good ride. So the plan each day was to get the drone out and shoot our tower that we were at, and day 1 didn't disappoint. Beautiful sunny weather. As we got up, it had been cloudy all morning, but by the time we got up to the tower, the sun came out. And then we did the final part of the ride, which was the descent down back into Bordenwerder. Again, as you can see, Eliana is a little bit tentative on the bike, but generally just cruising down, keeping it relatively safe, although here she's riding with one pedal drop. And she's back to good riding style, elbows bent and pedals level. And all the way back down to Bordenwerder, where we finished off the day with some swimming and eating a good meal and getting ready for day 2. And into day 2, bike's ready to go, smiles still in the morning, so we were definitely ready for a good day out on the bike. Day 2 was quite a lot of walking rather than riding. We rode down from the house again, crossed over the Weser and ended up under this flyover bridge, which took us to some basically walking single track. This walking path up to the walking single track was the last bit of riding for quite some time, and then it was really just a lot of walking, climbing up pretty natural single trail with stairs built, I don't know, a long time ago. Eliana pushed, but most of the time I just carried bikes. Once we were up, we were pretty stoked to get up to the park. Eliana was very excited about this one because she got to walk up some stairs inside the bark and then up onto the viewing platform, which was really spectacular. Beautiful view of the Weser. So once we were done with the second breakfast and a little bit of sitting around and enjoying the view, we had to climb through some fallen trees and then out onto this beautiful single trail. This was, this is always fun, riding single trail with Ellie. It makes me smile. After that little bit of single trail, we made our way back home, and happiness all around. So day 3 was going to be a big day. It was I was a little worried that Eliana wouldn't be able to cope with it, but she did pretty well. We started off with good breakfast as usual, oats with peanut butter. And then there it was, we were back into to riding. So day 3 was all about distance more than anything else. 40 kilometers of riding lay ahead of us, and it was all about just keeping a good pace going, trying to get to Pola in one piece without being way too tired. Eliana definitely kept up a good pace. I try to encourage her the whole way, as I always do when we ride. We got there a little too early for the ferry, so we had decided to do the drone footage or the drone shoot from the other side of the Weser. There you can see the mountain, or the little hill that the bark is on, and this castle kind of stands above the town of Pola. We were lucky enough to get on the ferry a little bit earlier than they proposed to be open, so we were crossing at about 1:45. Climbed up to the back of the castle, and of course some more drone footage. once we'd done our usual breakfast and sit around and chat and check things out, we headed back home. This time it was a little bit of a climb just to get us started. I nearly bailed off my bike there. I pushed Ellie on these straighter sections just to keep her going. So I put my hand on her back and basically just pushed her along. Kept the speed going. I think we were doing around about 30 kilometers an hour here when she touched my brake lever, but it was all good, nobody went down. And very proud daddy following his little girl home. She did really well to finish all 3 days with basically a smile on her face by the end of the day, so it was really great and a cool experience. Well done, man. So thanks again for watching. Just great to have you along for the ride. I hope you enjoyed. If you watched this far in the video, please leave a comment below and let me know what you'd like to see in my videos. I'd like to be putting some more relevant content out there. But yeah, the next little while is going to be a bit strange. Probably starting a new job today when you watch this video, Friday. We'll see how that goes. I'll let you know more about it once I know what's actually happening. There's also some projects on the go. Next, Fox Fork needs to get finished. I now have the paint and all the things I need. Just the stickers are still coming. They're coming from Fox this week. I'm also building a new set of wheels for my daughter. She seems to have outgrown the 24-inch wheels pretty quickly, so I'm going to put her on 26-inch wheels. I had the rims, tires arrived from Common Cell, so those will definitely be videos in the future. Somebody asked me to do a wheel building video, so I'll do that. The Fox Fork video will be cool. So if you liked the video, please click like. If you like what you see on the channel, please consider subscribing. Until next time, cheers.